Fairy Tail Chapter 284 just displayed exactly why Erza Scarlet is my favorite character in Fairy Tail, and I was just like, wow, again, like Fairy Tail been on a roll already for like a month or two where the arc started off a bit shaky and I was a little skeptical with some different parts, but now it's just like every week I'm getting bam, 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 decent chapters, awesome chapters. This chapter for the most part was set up in like about 3/4 of it, I'd say, would be set up for what was going to happen. It's like telling you the competition, who's going to be involved in the competition, whatnot. They set out, okay, this person, this person, this person. And it was going to be something, you know, like supposedly this long thing. And I was thinking throughout reading the entire chapter, oh man, from the looks of it, there's like about 5 or 6 pages left. There's, you know, we're not even going to get the competition. It's just going to be all set up. And Erza just made the chapter for me. She just made it. She, like, turned a chapter that I was like, oh, it's gonna be just set up. I'm not looking forward to at all. To wow! So basically, Erza is up number 1. She's supposed to fight, and there's 100 monsters in the thing, and she's like, I'm gonna fight all 100 of them. Everyone's like, what? Are you kidding me? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm reading the chapter, and I'm like, nah, she's gonna have an incredibly, you know, it's not gonna happen anyway. She's putting her foot in her mouth right now. I'm thinking like, Erza's a beast, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a reason why she's my favorite character in Fairy Tail, but I was thinking, no, she's not going to be able to defeat every single monster in that maze. And for the next 4 pages or so, it's just slashing, going crazy, and Erza Scarlet defeated every one of those monsters and won the competition. This is why Erza Scarlet, in my opinion, is the best character in Fairy Tail, the most beast one. She makes every other character, like, don't get me wrong, there's some characters that could throw down and stuff, but Erza, I'm gonna beat everyone, and she did it. Like, how beast is that? You know, she could talk the talk and walk the walk. Definitely, like, this chapter really inspired me. Like, I gotta talk a whole video dedicated to Erza at some given point, because that's how beast this character was in this chapter. Like, 100 beasts, and, you know, it wasn't like, the way it was set up too, as far as like how it was drawn and everything, it wasn't just that, like, you know, she didn't have a single scratch on her, which is good. Throw a little bit of realistic to it. Of course, everyone would have want her to be scratch free, but at the same time, then it wouldn't have been much of a competition if she could have beat all 100 without getting a scratch. By the end, she's a little roughed up, but either way, she defeated every single one of those monsters when you're only supposed to take a couple at a time so you could reserve, you know, your magic for later on. She didn't even give any of the other opponents a chance. How beast is that? Definitely Erza Scarlet gained even more respect from me after this chapter. It's like, Hiro Mashima definitely improved this arc times 10 as it goes on. It like starts up a bit shaky, and I was like, but now it's like, we got last week, the week before that, like, and this particular chapter was just like, you know, don't get me wrong, one of the gripes I had with it is I wish her, you know, fight would have started a little bit earlier, and, you know, not so much setup, because there was quite a bit of setup to it, and I'm thinking, oh man, you know, I thought it was going to be an entire setup chapter, and I wasn't looking forward to it, but 3/4 in, it just becomes like a gruesome Erza destroying, smashing, and definitely, like, if you can, you know, trudge through the little bit of setup that, you know, is within the chapter, then you can definitely get some beastness and some greatness at the end, because Erza definitely pwned the competition. We need more people in Fairy Tail to do what Erza did. That's what we need. We need more people that are going to come in there and say, I'm going to destroy and annihilate all my opponents, everyone, and go and actually do it. Talk the talk and walk the walk. Definitely we need more Erzas in the Fairy Tail Guild, and just, you know, more Erzas in anime and manga, more females that are beasts like that, because for her to just come in there and annihilate, like, Erza Scarlet for the win. Definitely made the chapter for me, because, again, set up, but she just dominated. Epic stuff. Not too much other than the fact that this was the competition for today, so there wasn't really any other side stuff going on, nothing like that. It was mainly focused on that, which they could have added a couple extra things in there and take out less of the setup, in my opinion, like maybe talk a little bit more about what's going on here or there. And he kind of did that with, like, Sting, like, oh, if Natsu Dragneel isn't even a part of it, I don't even want to watch it. So they added little stuff, but taking out a little bit more of, I guess, the setup, and put a little bit of other side stuff, I think would have been a little bit better. But either way, again, 3/4 in, amazing stuff. Check it out if you haven't read it. Erza Scarlet, poems. If you're an Erza fan, this is a chapter for you, just like it was for me. What did you think of it? Have you read it already? You know, do you think Erza once again proved that she is just one of the beast characters in Fairy Tail? You know, one of the most epic females in shonen manga. And you know, what was just your overall thoughts of it? Do you think that it was crazy that she defeated 100, you know, all the monsters, didn't even give anybody a chance? Or do you think that it was just a little too unrealistic, so to speak? I thought it was crazy and I thought it was appropriate, but again, that's me. Let me know what you thought. That's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Erza Scarlet and her beastness. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day and an awesome Friday.